everyone, I'm Katrina, and in this video we're going to talk about a huge Chinese festival, Mid-Autumn Festival, 中秋节. In this video we're going to talk about when do we celebrate it, how did it started, what do we do these days to celebrate it, and what is the legend story behind it. Like all the rest of other Chinese traditional festivals, it is celebrated based on lunar calendar. So Mid-Autumn Festival, 中秋节, is celebrated on 15th of August on lunar calendar, and this year on our normal calendar, it'll be 13th of September. According to the record, starting from 春秋时期, which was around 2,500 years ago, 天子春朝日，秋夕月. Which means that the emperor would hold ceremony for the sun in spring and for the moon in autumn. And it is said that the moon is the brightest and roundest in mid-August, and that is when the emperor would hold the ceremony for. Another origin people believe about this festival is that autumn is when most of the crops ripe, and so the farmers would celebrate the harvest in mid-August or mid-autumn. So what do we celebrate now in this festival? There are three main things we celebrate these days. First of all, gathering. The moon is said to be the roundest and brightest on this day. So round in Chinese is yuan. It can also form the word 团圆, which means reunion. This is also a very important part of Chinese culture, to reunite with your family or your friend. So on this day, we would spend time together with our family or friends to celebrate. Another thing we celebrate is Thanksgiving. As I mentioned in this video before, mid-autumn is when a lot of crops can be harvested, so we use this day to be thankful for harvest. The third thing is praying. Because this is a celebration for the moon, so some people would pray to the moon for wishes they have. For example, for beauty, for longevity, for happy marriage, or even for babies, or just for good fortune in general. The most famous tale related to this festival is 嫦娥奔月. Long time ago, there was once 10 suns on the sky. There was no rain for ages, and the earth is burning. It became so hard for people to survive. And that is when our superhero comes on the stage. So the hero's name is called Yi. Some people know him as 大义 or 后羿. But in this video, we go with Yi. Anyways, so Yi have this superpower of strength and super good at archery. Right, just like Hawkeye. So Yi went on top of a mountain and used his super archery skill and shoot 9 suns down. And the earth now is becoming a lovely livable place again. Then the queen mother of the mountain knows what Yi did. She gave Yi this super pill as a gift. Once you take it, you can then become immortal and fly to heaven to live forever. But Yi had a beautiful, pretty, perfect wife called嫦娥at that time. And he did not want to leave his wife alone. So instead of taking the pill, Yi gave the pill to his wife,嫦娥, and ask her to hide it at home. And that is when the bad guy come on stage. So the bad guy knows what they hide at home, and he knows that he would not be able to fight Yi. So he waited until Yi was not at home and went in their house, threatened Chang'e to give him the pill. Now imagine if you are Chang'e and you know there's no chance you can defeat this bad guy. What would you do? Yes, you're right. So Chang'e took the pill herself. Right after she took the pill, she became immortal and started to fly into the sky. But because Chang'e so don't want to leave her husband, she decided to fly to this place that is closest to Earth, which is Moon. And Yi came back, saw his wife fly into the sky and heard what happened and was so sad. He saw his wife there on the sky in the moon. So he prepared all this food they used to eat together, for example cakes and fruit, and put it on the table under the moon in memory of his wife. And because Chang'e is such a kind, friendly and pretty lady and everybody loves her, so everyone started to copy what Yi is doing and put food under the moon in memory of Chang'e. And as time goes by, everyone who heard the story would do the same thing. And the cake they use on that day is now called the moon cake, 月饼. And because Chang'e is so kind and friendly and perfect, so people would pray to the moon or to Chang'e for good fortune, for beauty, for a happy marriage, and anything they wish for.
我现在已经没有任何奢求。如果当你们抬头望月的时候，能想起我，想起你们心中的人，就算我独守广寒宫，也是无怨无悔的。
The moon, like I mentioned earlier in this video, is said to be the brightest and roundest on this day. So the biggest thing we do is to gaze at the glorious full moon and eat moon cake. In Chinese, round, 圆, also can form the word 团圆, which means reunion, and it is also a very important part of our culture to be reunited with friends and family. So on this day, we celebrate it by reuniting with friends and family. So if you have any Chinese friends, it'll be a very good day to ask them to spend time together to show that you care about them. Some people would also release lantern to the sky and pray for their wishes. This is called 放天灯. And there are also a game called lantern riddles, which is riddles written on lanterns. There will be lanterns put in there and then you just have to guess the riddles. If you guess it right, you'll get the present. It is believed that in ancient times, young people are met on that day, playing that game and get into relationship and even get married. So it is also a very romantic game to play on that day. It is also the time 桂花, flower or bloom. 桂花is this flower that have a very strong, distinctive, sweet fragrance, and it only grows in China and some countries in Asia, I believe. It can be made into dessert, 桂花糕, and even wine, 桂花酒. It smells... You have to try it to know what I'm saying, and I definitely encourage you to try it. Believe me, it is nothing like your regular wine. Now, I'm not sure if you can find it outside China, but do go and give it a try. Most of the Asian supermarket might have it, and if you have a Chinese friend, might as well just ask where you can get them. It'll be rewarding to at least give it a try on this day. Now that you know everything about 中秋节, now it's your time to gaze at the glorious, beautiful full moon with your friend and eat your mooncake, 月饼. And that is all for this video. Share and give thumbs up if you like it. Comment below for anything you want to know about China or Chinese. And subscribe for new videos. 中秋快乐！谢谢，再见。Can I do it again? Okay. Which was around 2,500 years ago. Can you hear the car? Yeah. Most of crops ripe. Ripe. Rape, ripe, 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 rip, ripe. It's just a cookie. Ooh, that is when